Well, we've now crossed from morning to the afternoon. So muy buenas tardes. We're now moving into the afternoon. My name is Charles Webb, or Chef Charles Webb, and I'm very grateful to be here to talk to you a little bit about what I do and hopefully my purpose and my impact on this planet. So this is my docuseries called #Chef on Tour, where it's very vibrant. You can see a lot of beautiful colors, where I go around the world and I highlight a lot of the people who are making a difference in art, fashion, music, gastronomy, tech, entrepreneur, all of the things that surround us in our lives. We do it to tell their stories and to really let those stories resonate with us in a lot of different ways, especially with our audience, who is a 24 to 35-year-old. That's the main demographic that we hold, now getting into 40, and who are jumping around the world. A lot of them who pick up their laptops and they could just travel around the world and live. So they want to know what the vibe is, and they want to know what's really going on in the city. And this is what we do. We recently just filmed in Medellín, Colombia. Medellín is a very dynamic city. A lot of great things are happening. Those of you who are understanding how these new global cities are starting to impact us. Like prior to that was Malaga. Malaga has become the startup capital of Europe and a very sustainable city. For us, it's been really important to tap into that and to tap into all of the great things that are happening on the planet beyond gastronomy. As we all know, food, it brings us all together, and is food something that we all do when we do business? Food, most of business is not done in boardrooms, but it's done sometimes in restaurants and even maybe a dirty bar or two. Here you could actually see those storytellers that I did bring together, and then of course, one thing that's very important, and then I think echoing back what Doug was talking about, was people having purpose. And that's extremely important with what I do because purpose is a big driver for me. I've been very fortunate to have 92 jobs living in 9 countries across the world. Chicago, Illinois is my home base, but I have been in Brazil for 22 years. I spend roughly about 25% of my life there, currently in a small fishing village called Búzios. But it's really important to have purpose-driven, not just in our content, but in my heart and my soul, or my alma, which is, I believe, the restaurant we're eating at shortly this morning, or we ate at this morning. And that means your soul. So my purpose is, what's something that's extremely important, is to go a step further outside of creating digital content around lifestyle, travel, and food, and actually even something even more so than just tapping into the local culture and what that looks like, but really understanding how, if I could help the world and how I can make the world a better place and I could save the world, what would I do? And that's something that I always say, but I'm only one person. So it's extremely important for me to tap into all of those people that are doing that. And we do choose one foundation. What that means is we choose one foundation in the world, and each city that we're in. In Medellín, it was Mi Barrio, Mi Sueño, which means my neighborhood and my dream. And Andrea, the lady who's the founder of the foundation, supports the community, and in a very special way. A lot of people are underprivileged in the world, and that community in particular, in Comuna 3, unfortunately has a lot of folks that do not even have ovens or stoves in their homes to nourish their children. So one of the initiatives that I'm doing is I'm going out there and I'm going to actually fundraise through a couple of dinners that I'll do with my clients, because I'm still in the trenches doing dinners with clients in Chicago and across the US, and then actually across the world. And we're going to actually find them the funds to be able to help the 137 families bring ovens and stoves to their homes. And that for me was, I think, was really important. That's really what I wanted to start things out with when Sina was talking about me coming out, because that for me is impact. And that for me is something more than when I wear a chef's coat or I wear a jacket, or what does that look like. And that was something that we really drive on. So that's Chef, a little bit about Chef on Tour around the world, as you could see, and a little bit about what I do in regards to gourmet catering and private chef. And of course, I'm not into California. It seems like everyone is from California here, but that's just a hop and skip away. So I think that was also the idea, is like to understand that, that's just, a little jaunt for me to come in and maybe do a little razzle dazzle. So are there any questions? Because I'm leading everyone into lunch, and I know everyone wants to get to lunch right now. So are there any questions that I could answer or help anyone understand? And if you don't have them now, we got the next 48 hours. You could articulate those back to me. And I look forward to meeting everyone here and seeing how I can add a little value to your lives and to what you're doing. Yeah.